can tell me I'm not with my way and go, yeah. I'm in my zone, yeah, through this microphone. The way they're looking at me like they seen a UFO.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No R&R's, the bar is raised. If you know me, now I can bar for days. Nothing there to prove, cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you little piece, wanna see some more?
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you little piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you little piece, wanna see some more. Show you little piece, wanna see some more.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. The moment these NFC teams have waited for all season long. We're away in Wild Card Weekend. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Going right side, Davis with it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Handoff headed left to Brown. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
Maybe some nerves. It's an interception on his first pass. Brian Branch has it. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 42. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
They've got a man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Tight end motioning right. On 2nd and 10, it's Murray. Throwing the out route complete. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. So now a much tougher task here as they come up on 2nd and 20. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Bates' kick is up and good. And that will get them on the board.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Brown with a return here. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
From the 27. Chased out to his right. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A pickup there of 33 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, you call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense in the hurry up here. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw now. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Brian Branch has it. And the Lions get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Flushed out of the pocket. Thrown on the run, deep down that left side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
And he winds up out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the 1st quarter. 1 quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll return you to Detroit right after this. Back and beginning the 2nd quarter. Lions in possession. They still have 5 to go here. 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Murray. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. The Lions readying for the punt. And no doubt he wants a good start for himself here in prime time. Starts the return at the 34. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 45 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Terrion Arnold in on the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Looking for a throw here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he makes the house go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Rookie quarterback, Rob, threw it away their last drive. It seemed like he might have been trying to do too much to make up for that mistake, and instead things snowball.
Yeah, these are the valuable lessons you have to learn from. You cannot be a mistake repeater. But being a rookie quarterback at Ask Peyton, he threw 28 of them his rookie year. Sometimes you just learn on the job, but you cannot repeat those kind of mistakes.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions make it a 10-point ball game. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. On the return, here comes Davis. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Davis. He's contained at the line for no gain. Herbie Joseph up for the stop. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Into traffic, complete. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll throw on first. He's on the move. On the run right, throwing deep down. He's got it inside the 25. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And oh, he got it! Interception! Brian Branch has it!
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
A start on the ground with Gibbs. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Motioning Williams left. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Receiver in motion, going left. Third down run by Gibbs. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Buying some time right. He takes it himself. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. You need to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
Murray here on first down. And a man is there to knock that away.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Murray throwing again on 2nd and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the run.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kader Kohou. And the Cowboys return the interception almost to midfield before the tackle's made. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the...
They get it right back. That's intercepted. Terrion Arnold has it. And the Lions return the interception almost to midfield before the tackle's made. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception and give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Again, it's Gibbs. Jukes one defender. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. From the gun, it's Murray. Throw complete to Williams. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Murray looking to throw. Saw that screen coming, and there for the interception. There he goes on the right side at the 20. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. You get a pick-6. You get a pick-6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
Highlight? You're going to call a pick-6 and multiple? I can't.
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. Getting another shot at 2 here. Tight end gets it on the dive. And this play will not reach the end zone. He's held out, and they will not take another 2 points off that lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Big Ace. Hey. 1-1. 2-1.
Gibbs now from the gun. He's got a gain of 6 there. The tackle made by Mozzie Smith. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Easy, quick. Big Ace.
2nd and 4. Complete. It's Atwell. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's down inside the 35 before going out. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Big Ace open. 2-2.
Back to throw, Murray. Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick-6. Wow, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock, to have somebody in position for pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Cowboys push their lead to 3. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Fresh off the pick, here's Murray. Escapes the pocket. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Cowboys will take over along the midfield stripe after the interception and return. Oh my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Working quickly here. They go play action here. It's caught. Ferguson. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
To the air, 3rd and long. Davis there to grab it. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their 3rd. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They still need 10, but the offense getting set on 4th down. Now looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And they pick him off again. Jack Campbell at the INT. And the Lions will start with it in the 4th after an interception to end the quarter.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
It's taken in by Williams. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the 2nd half of our wild card game gets underway. On the return, here comes Trey Brown. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Oh, Big Ace. Hey, Larry. Yeah. Move. Oh,
Putting a receiver in motion.
push.
Here's a counter give to Gibbs. And he gets him around 6 there. Kalen Carson with the tackle. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Murray from the pistol. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now it's 2nd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Hey, Ace! Hard.
2nd and 10 now. On the move, headed right. And that one is picked off, but wait a second. Oh, he came down out of bounds, so that's just going to be incomplete.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Hey. 2-2.
He'll throw it. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Kader Kohu. And the Cowboys get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that. Distance and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Tight end gets it running forward. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
You know, that play might not have gotten the first, but I don't think they're disappointed with the result. It's got good yardage, and it's a nice change of pace for the ground game.
Second and 3. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys push their lead further to start the half. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Offense up to the line fast. In off to Gibbs from the gun. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
I love the mobility here. Starts great, escapes pressure, get out of harm's way. You just wish if you're the offense here, you could have found a completion to keep in rhythm.
3rd down from the gun. Oh, trying forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kader Kohu. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Back to the air following the pick 6. Now he's going to air this one out long. That's grabbed inside the 30. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Davis up the middle. It's a 3-yard gain, only a yard shy of the marker on 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Going right back to Davis. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. This one goes for 3 yards. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42.
Let's go now. 19 right.
They'll go again with Davis. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second down now, 7 to go. Pass play coming here. Finding Davis. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
First down, ball at the 36. A handoff for Davis, running right. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. He's dropping back to throw. Has a man. It's Brown. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out. We're down to 1 quarter before we determine our wild card winner. The Cowboys have it, hoping to close out a victory and advance another round. Third and 4 coming up now. On the handoff, here's Davis. And the struggles continue for him tonight. He's only able to get back to the line. Just short on third down, no gain on the run, and now what will they do on fourth? Oh, and that's not going to do it. He hooked it. The kick no good. Wide left. And their lead holds steady at 10.
Really, Kate, that miss doesn't change a whole lot about the game management here. The only thing it does is provide a bit more momentum for the offense running out in need of 2 quick scores.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Into the hands of Gibbs. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Offense in the hurry up here. 2nd and 6 now. He lofts it deep, right sideline. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Throwing from the gun here. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
They go play action on 1st. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 27 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Ready. Here we go. Go.
Simple dive up the middle. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
This is why it's so important not to overcommit to the team's lead runner. It went to a secondary ball carrier, and they cut him down for a big red zone stop.
60 Maverick.
Davis takes it straight ahead. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Dropping back to throw. Completed to Davis. And in for the Dallas touchdown. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Cowboys take a 3-possession lead.
Lions 17. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Here comes Williams on the return. And look at this return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Ready. Go.
Back now, pressure on its way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Here we go, set. 79 Broncos. Hut, hut.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Buffalo 18. Ready.
Throwing it again on second down. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
That's a gain of 7.
Shotgun now on third down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys have it again after yet another interception. Well, we left career day behind a couple of turnovers ago, Brock.
Yep.
7 interceptions in one game. This is up there as one of the best collective performances that we've ever seen from a team in pass coverage.
There has not been one route today, Kate, not a receiver, specific play, that this defense has not been able to lock down this game. What we're seeing now is something we could legitimately go decades without ever being seen done again.
Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, Kate, that's a quick hitter to the big guy, and that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just picking up a little bit before they stall him out.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Cowboys, well, they can probably just run away and hide. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Davis gets it from the gun. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. He'll throw it. Dumps it off to his running back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong. Where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field. And not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Now it'll be a punt on 4th down with Logan Cook out to boot it. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Okay, ready.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Set up.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Pass complete to Gibbs. And he'll get it up to the 27.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
They connect on the deep shot. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions get it back to within 2 possessions. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. No time making this all but impossible, but they're going to try for the onside kick here anyway. And this kick is brought in by the Cowboys, and that should be enough to secure them this win. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Handoff here to Davis. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their 3rd. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
Running left is Davis. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. And you never want to count out those wild card teams once the postseason begins, right? We've seen a few go on magical runs before, and they've